Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by the Epoch Times, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has issued a stern warning to Belarus, demanding the removal of Russian military equipment from its territory within 1 week. Zelensky stated that Belarus currently hosts 2 signal relay stations near the Ukrainian border, which are being used by Russian forces to guide attacks on Ukrainian civilians. He warned that if Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko does not dismantle or shut down these facilities, Ukraine will take action to do so itself. Furthermore, Zelensky criticized Lukashenko for allowing Belarus's oil refining industry to serve as a primary supply source for the Russian military. In response, Belarusian opposition leader Svetlana Tsikhanouskaya praised Zelensky's firm stance, stating that dealing with dictators requires strength and urging Lukashenko to stop supporting Russia's aggression. While Lukashenko has previously denied plans to further entangle Belarus in the war, the Quatgo like Daliation Vitos Dred Checker, the Melaruso, Storad Zanajandalia, Teo, and Ral. Quite Kombendav Russes with a Doris, which refers Doherty's stores, Shrok. While Lukashenko has previously denied plans to further entangle Belarus in the war, the country remains Moscow's closest ally, having permitted Russian forces to launch invasions and drone strikes from its territory. According to NPR, Russian-installed officials in occupied Crimea have suspended all gasoline sales to private individuals and non-state businesses. The decision, announced by Kremlin-appointed Governor Sergei Aksyonov, follows a series of intensified Ukrainian attacks targeting key fuel depots and transport infrastructure on the Black Sea Peninsula. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky confirmed the strikes, describing them as part of a campaign of long-range sanctions aimed at degrading Russia's energy infrastructure and military capabilities. The fuel cutoff has plunged Crimea into its worst energy crisis since Russia illegally annexed the region in 2014. Local motorists have faced severe shortages for weeks, previously limited to purchasing only small amounts of fuel via prepaid coupons. With the complete ban on civilian sales, residents are struggling to find fuel, and some are forced to transport gasoline from mainland Russia or purchase it from black market speculators at double the market price. The Kremlin has publicly acknowledged the severity of the crisis and promised assistance, but Ukraine's successful strikes continue to expose vulnerabilities in Russian-held territories. According to a flash report from Sinuanet, former U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a stern warning to Iran regarding its regional activities. Trump stated that Iran must immediately stop its highly paid proxies in Lebanon from causing trouble. He warned that failure to do so would result in Iran being hit very hard again. The brief statement highlights ongoing tensions surrounding Iranian-backed groups in the Middle East and the potential for decisive actions under Trump's policy framework. According to a report by Shinhunet, Qatari Foreign Ministry spokesperson Majid al-Ansari announced on Sunday that the parties involved in the Iran-U.S. talks in Switzerland have established technical working groups. These specialized groups are tasked with negotiating the specific terms of a final peace agreement between Tehran and Washington, which is expected to be finalized within 60 days of negotiations. The final deal will address all aspects of the previously signed Memorandum of Understanding. Additionally, Al-Ansari noted that monitoring groups have been set up to oversee the implementation of the memorandum and to track ongoing progress toward concluding the final accord. According to CBS News, Colombians are voting in a highly consequential presidential runoff election amid deep political polarization and rising violence. The race pits Iván Cepeda, a far-left senator representing the ruling Pacto Histórico party and heir to current President Gustavo Petro's progressive policies, against Abelardo de la Espriella, a far-right lawyer and political newcomer who has modeled his rhetoric after Donald Trump and El Salvador's Nayib Bukele. The election highlights a sharply divided nation where voters are deeply concerned about a resurgence of internal conflict, while Cepeda advocates for continuing Petro's efforts to achieve total peace through dialogue with illegal armed groups. De la Espriella proposes a heavy-handed security approach, including building mega-prisons, which has earned him Trump's endorsement. Current President Petro sowed doubts about the election integrity after the first round, where Cepeda finished slightly behind de la Espriella. With violence and extortion surging to rates not seen in a decade, Colombians are casting their ballots under a cloud of anxiety, fearing potential post-election unrest regardless of who emerges victorious. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.